Hello friends, welcome to the Point. In this session, let's discuss about the Andaman Sea. So talking about Andaman Sea, it is historically known as Burma Sea. It is a marginal sea of northeastern Indian Ocean bounded by the coastlines of Myanmar and Thailand along with the Gulf of Martaban and the west side of Malay Peninsula. And it is separated by the Bay of Bengal to its west by the Andaman Islands and the Nicobar Islands. So its southernmost end is defined by a Brewer Island, an island just north of Sumatra and communicates with the Malacca Strait. Traditionally, the sea has been used for fishery, transportation of goods between the coastal countries, and its coral reefs and islands are popular tourist destinations here. So the fishery and tourist infrastructure was severely damaged by 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami. So the Andaman Sea, it extends over 92 degree east to 100 degrees east and 4 degrees north to 20 degree north. It occupies a very significant position in Indian Ocean, yet they remained unexplored for a long period of time. To the south of Myanmar, west of Thailand and the north of Indonesia, the sea is separated by the Bay of Bengal and by the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and an associated chain of sea mounts along the Indo-Burmese plate boundary, the Strait of Malacca, between Malay Peninsula and Sumatra. It forms the southern exit way of the basin, which is 3 km wide and 37 m deep. So talking about the geology of Andaman Sea, the northern and eastern side of the basin, it is shallow in nature as the continental shelf of the coast of Myanmar and Thailand extends over 200 km, which is marked by 300-meter isobath. So about 45% of the basin area is shallower, which is less than 500-meter depth. So which is the direct consequence of the presence of the wider shelf. The continental shelf, which follows the eastern shelf, is quite steep between 9 degrees north and 14 degrees north. So here the perspective view of the submarine topography sectioned along 95 degree east exposes the abrupt rise in depth of the sea by about 3000 meter within a short horizontal distance of a degree. Isobaths corresponding to 900 meter and 2000 meters are also shown in the figure to emphasize the steepness of the slope. Further, it may be noted that the deep ocean is also not free from sea mounts. Hence, only around 15% of the total area is deeper than 2500 meters. So the northern and eastern parts are shallower than 180 meters, that is 590 feet, due to the silt that is deposited by the Irrawaddy river. So this major river flows into the sea from the north through Myanmar. So the western and central areas are 900 to 3000 meters. They are from 900 to 3000 meters deep, and less than 5% of the sea is deeper than 3000 meters, and in a system of submarine valley east of the Andaman Nicobar Ridge. The depth exceeds 4000 meters and the sea floor is covered with pebbles, gravel and sand. Talking about the western boundary of the Andaman Sea, it is marked by volcanic islands and seamounts with straits or passages of variable depths that control the entry and exit of water to Bay of Bengal. So there is a drastic change in water depth over a short distance of 200 km as one moves from Bay of Bengal to the vicinity of the islands and further into the Andaman Sea. And water is exchanged between the Andaman Sea and the Bay of Bengal through the straits between the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Out of this, the most important straits are Preparis Channel. The most important straits are Preparis Channel, 10 degree channel, And Great Channel. Prepari's Channel is the widest but shallowest in nature of the three, and it separates South Myanmar from North Andaman. And 10-degree channel, it is 600-meter depth, and it lies between Little Andaman and Car Nicobar. Next is Great Channel. Great Channel is 1500 meters deep and separates Great Nicobar and Banda Aceh. So this is all about Andaman Sea. See you in the next session. Thank you.